I met up with JK. It was like, okay, this guy is looking.
He did just like the nigga.
Yeah, I did like him. But I was like, hey man, let's do this. Like, no, let him sing for you, man. So I wasn't even looking at him. I was like,
wow.
Yeah. So I was like, sing for me. Let's hear what you got. He sang "You Are Not Alone" for Michael Jackson. I was like, you know what? You just sound like me. Yeah, I like you. Before JK was also like, I think I signed him first. Boom! I think I was on TV. It was like everybody, JK.
Hello world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss the uploads that come up.
Kelvin called me. He says, come through that guy I was telling you about. The one I want you to include in the group is here. So I want you guys to meet.
Yes.
So I wasn't very keen.
I mean, you've already got a contact.
I mean, yeah, I'm Mondo, bro. And I'm like, for the sake of, loyalty, let me just go to the studio.
Meet up with the guy.
So I went to meet up JK. Okay, no, this is Jordan. That's the guy I was telling you.
Straight off Ndola, was he based in Osaka?
He had just come from Dola and he was staying in Dibala.
Okay.
With a friend. I think he came for some work issues because he used to work for Zamtel and sucked them out.
Yes.
So he came with intentions to sort out his job issues, yes. So in the time being, he was like, I don't find a studio nearby, and then he caught up with the Heritage Studios. But then being a solo artist was not the easiest thing.
No, at all.
So I met up with JK. It was like, okay, this guy is looking.
He did just like the nigga.
Yeah, I did like him. But I was like, hey man, let's do this. Like, no, let him sing for you, man. If you like him, then you can include him in the group. It's like, let's go. So we went behind. So I wasn't even looking at him. I was like,
wow.
So I was like, sing for me. Let's hear what you got. So the guy was like, he sang "You Are Not Alone" for Michael Jackson. I was like, hey, hold up, wait. I looked at him, I was like, damn, this guy's got a great voice. You know what, sing another song. Then he sang another song. I was like, wow, man, you are bad news. You know what, you sound like me.
Your perspective.
That's what I told him. I was like, you know what, you sound like me, I like you. So I was like, yeah, thanks man, thanks. I was like, but I've got an issue now. I signed at Mondo, but I have to go and talk to my friends if we can include you in the group. Man, that would be good, man. It would be great. But I just connected with the staff.
So JK wasn't signed under Mondo?
JK was not signed under Mondo.
Goodness me.
If there's anything, I signed him first.
Yeah, I mean, from the way
Yeah. So you know what? I was like...
So you run it by the other guys? The idea?
I went to went to my friends and told guys, that guy were told about...
join the group and...
Hey, man, it's bad news. My guys were like, no, whether it's bad, whatever. Guys, we are good.
Yeah.
This is true. We had more
this far.
Yeah. Why does he want to come when we're already signed? I was like, guys, we can't leave him out, man. This guy will add some flavor.
At this point, from your mind was set that you changed.
Man, I was like, this guy is flavor. Like his talent was just like, I could connect.
Yes.
I was like, no, this guy is bad. I mean, he needs to be in our group. You know what I mean?
You insisted.
I insisted.
From one day, did not want to be in the group.
Yeah, but I was like, no, this is the guy we need in the group. I know we never had visions of wanting to be a quartet, but this guy, we need him in the group.
Perfect fit.
The guys were like, sad. He should have come before we signed up.
We didn't know each other. That's good,
bro. Yeah. We can't leave this guy out.
You were convinced?
Yeah, I was convinced. So my friends still refused totally. So I was like, you know what? Because now I had to use my position as the leader of the group, because I'm the one that created that group. Yes. So I was like, you know what, you guys, okay, if you don't want to go with me, I'm going with him. I'm leaving you. I'm dropping both of you for him. I'm going to make a group with him. I'm dropping you guys. So, how you drop us down? I'm the head. You know what I mean? So I was like, so the guys had no choice but to just accept.
Had they met him at this point, or just was a conversation?
It was just me and fighting on his behalf.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, this is the guy. So they're like, okay, cool, man. It's so good, man. It's so good. This happened.
So did you run the group name or you maintained the group name?
We still maintained. They just joined.
Yes.
So when the guys now accepted, I linked up with JK and I told him, okay, look, we have a contract with Mondo. I need to take you there and maybe include your name on the contract. Yes. So I went with them, we organized some money, went to Roach Park, I went to Chisha Frontier. I was like, sir, our fourth member is here. He had gone to school, he was on the copper belt, but then he's back. We didn't anticipate he would come soon, but now he's back, so we have to include him on the list of Chisha was like, but you didn't tell me you are 4 of you. Yeah. I was like, yeah, because
we were not 4, if we're being honest.
Yeah. It was like the guy is back, so we can't leave him out. You know what I mean?
He's back from without.
And I was like, but now we have to do another contract, and he was like, hey, no problem, you can wait. Then he goes,
same
day. And he was like, I know what? In fact, instead of me drafting another contract, I'll just get the end of the contract.
That should already sign.
And remove that and just include his name on the on the contract. Yeah. Yes. And I think everything else is okay. So that's how we, got him there.
That's how Jordan Katembra was born.
Bah! That's how we submitted that, and we created our group. And of course, now calling him for rehearsals. My friends now just fell in love with him. I was like, hey, yeah, he's the guy. So yeah, we made our first song, Twami Lumbanya, the song that was on the Rhythm Nation project. We went to record it.
Did JK record anything prior to this, or this was also his first recording?
It was his first recording. You understand? So yeah, we recorded together at Mondo, and then boom, that was the beginning. We did that song, and then him being found in the studio with me. MC Wabun was recording his first album.
Still at Mondo?
No, at Heritage Studio. Yes. So now we started doing those features with
in
MC's album.
Yes.
Yeah, so me and him, JK and Kelvin, just helping out MC, backings, back in that was MC's first album.
Yes.
So Mondo Music this side, MC Wabun also doing his side. Yeah. So he had released my singles. And then JK was doing men. But me, I wasn't very flexible at the time. And I was more on a very R&B English type. So I wasn't interested in switching or compromising the standards of my R&B. I was like, me, I sing in English. If you don't like me, you just have to accept me. And at the time, it was acceptable to sing in English.
It was a popular thing at the time.
Yeah. But then when Mondo came in, they switched things. They're like, no, we want you guys to include local or some languages, like just get into this local thing. We had to, adjust, and then we started singing vernacular.
So years afterwards, that's how the Sling Beats comes
way
afterwards. Did you guys, aside from the compilation as a team, did you record any other music separate from those? Yes.
Because what transpired was the contract that we had with Mondo.
Yes.
What Mondo was doing was like we had 15 artists on the compilation. So the deal was you'd be recording as the most popular groups record their albums.
So from that compilation, whoever makes a wave.
Yeah, and records an album. So we managed the list of the people that made the wave.
Yes.
So there was Black Moon that made the biggest wave.
Obviously.
So they did the first album, which was Black Moon. And then Chatel came second. Third was Tribal Cousin. Okay?
Also, it was all groups, that compilation.
Yes.
There wasn't a solo artist on that.
They were there, but they were not very common.
Yes.
At the time. So Tribal Cousin was the third group to do the album. So on Tribal Cousin, somehow, they didn't make profit.
After they released that album.
After they released the Tribal Cousin album.
Yes.
So the label shaked a little because Black Moon was like a hit.
Yes.
Chatel was a hit, and Tribal Cousin, not much. I don't know what transpired. I don't know where it went from. I don't know, maybe they were
the audience did not just receive
it as much. Maybe they're trying to compare them to Black Moon too, but Black Tribal Cousin and the rapper and the singer.
Yes.
But Black Moon was like both hip hop. So I don't know whether it was that comparison that caused the reception to be a little bit bad.
Yeah.
I do not know. So Mondo Music was like, okay, you know what? Who's the third artist? And we're supposed to come on the 4th.
Yes.
As our
Just after
Treble. Yeah. So as we were waiting to now get into the studio, there was a competition called Pop Idols, and they were like, okay, the one who win the Pop Idol will sign with Mondo Music. So Tasira Mwale signed up, won the Pop Idol, and signed up with Mondo. Whilst we were waiting, so we were put on hold so they can accommodate the idol, and then after the idol will come a fee. Records also didn't do well.
So now they're skeptical about everybody.
2 records that were compiling. So they're like, guys, we haven't done well with the idol, we haven't done well with Treble Cousins. Can we risk Just Close? Okay? Then according to them, they sat down and they wanted to recoup or
the investment. I mean, there's money going in, obviously.
You know what? Let's go back to the drawing board and sign Black Mondo again, and let them do the second album. And then maybe when we make money off the album, we can have Just Close record. But then you know how it is, you're waiting and you're seeing your friends blowing.
Obviously, I mean, you're also growing.
And they're like, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
So Black Moon did the second album and it was a hit.
Obviously. So
it's cash cow. Okay, this is what we're talking about. Yes. So it was like, you know what? Maybe we should bring back Chatel.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So
they start going back from
So now we're just waiting, you know what I mean? Chatel did the second album, they blew up.
So the best
is what brought Mondo Music Man. So when he did the second album for Chatel, we started having issues. JK was like, you know what, you guys, things ain't happening. But then,
was he offered a separate deal at that time, or?
He wasn't. He wasn't offered the deal. So what happened was, in the time Chateau was doing the second album, they wanted an Afro feature. So Night Opera.
Yes.
Night Opera, you know, yes. So yes. So they wanted the male artist. So JK was like,
he was willing to.
Yeah, can you feature on this? So when he featured on that at Mondo, when he featured on that song, Chisha was like, this guy, maybe we can make
a solo.
We can make a coffee on the you know what I mean, like a solo arrangement. So, stories, man, deep stories, like you know. So what's this guy? No, his name is Jordan. He's from a group. It's Just Close.
The group that is signed under
Just Close. And believe it or not, I was offered the deal to do a solo album
by Mondo.
By Mondo Music. I was offered a deal to lead my friends.
Yes.
And do a solo project with them.
Prior to JK's offer.
Before JK was offered, I was offered the deal first to do a solo album. Well, according to them, they said I was sellable, you know, because obviously I had female fans, you know, like girls liked me and all. They felt like, you know, it'd be easy for them to sell my image and just my music and whatnot. So they wanted me to go solo. But I was the leader of Just Close.
Loyal to the
four. I was like, I can't lead my friends.
Yeah.
So I told them, no, if I have to come in, I need to come with my friends. Okay, so
you put your head on the chopping board.
I put my head on
the board. And
I got chopped. I was like, you know what? I have to be. I just have to be loyal because there's no way I create my group
and then ditch.
And then I ditch them.
Sometimes it's good to ditch people and then come and get them after you make it. There's that formula that works also.
Yeah, but you know, I was just young and I felt like we did well as a group.
Yeah.
You know, when you don't have a vision for something, it's very hard
for you to
run away.
Yeah.
From them because my mind was just locked to just be in a group, you know, and even when I compose songs, I could hear other voices and I would write for them and say, this is your part, my part is this one, you know, and that kind of thing. So being told you're going to do a solo
album,
it was like, no, I refused. I said, no, I have to come in with my guys. So now I refused that deal. When JK was offered
the same deal that you had refused,
JK took it up.
Why would you hesitate? I mean, you didn't like him from standards.
JK took up that.
Yeah.
Now, what he did was he didn't tell us.
No, Mondo is moving shady at this point, if I'm not mistaken. they've signed you. They bought one team member from your team.
Yeah. So now we were supposed to come in as just close for the album.
And they keep on pushing you back.
Okay, so they were pushing us out, but because he wanted to make business sense.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so it's like, no, that's groups.
Yes.
Can we do a solo artist? So the solo was between me and JK. Either I accept or they get JK to
Yes.
So they offered me the deal.
Which you refused?
I refused.
He features on the
the Opera song.
They hear his voice.
His was like, maybe we can give him
that deal.
So that now they were like, you know what? Let's give this same guy. So they offered him the deal.
And he takes it up.
And he took it up. So now when he took it up, he created beef with me and my team.
You know, as a way of getting out of the team, or
yeah, because it's an offer I rejected.
Oh, now you are aware. Now he's been offered this.
Yes. So it's a deal I had rejected. Okay, and I didn't want to tell my friends that this is what I was offered, because obviously if I brought it to their attention,
there'll be that tension.
There was going to be that. But why? You know what I mean? So
bad.
I swallowed the bullet. You know, I was like, I won't tell them. But let's remain as a group. But when he was given the deal, the same deal, he took it up, and he didn't tell us, but he took it up. Now the deal, I had no issue with him taking up the deal. The problem was him not telling me and even featuring on his album. Because if he had come up open and said, the guys, sorry, I was offered a deal to do the same way we hooked him up in the group. We took him to Mondo. You understand what I'm saying? The same way we fixed him. I think it was more painful for me because of what I had to go through
to make sure
to just
pay out the new contract.
You know what I mean? I expected him to also
some level of loyalty,
some kind of like maybe fixing, maybe just a feature. You know, like this is a group that I started with.
Oh, he had already started working on his album at this point.
My guy, he had finished.
Entertainment industry.
He had finished at the time I was going to see him. He was like, hey bro, yeah man, it was a quick thing, you know, I actually finished the album. What? Nigga, you couldn't even feature your there. No, it was a quick thing, so man, I did. I recorded the album, so anytime I was like, no, you ain't my nigga. You ain't no man. I hated JK.
So you went back from the default settings. I went
to the default settings, and now my friends were like, we told you. We told you. Yes. You know what I mean? So the blame was on me. So my group are blaming me. Jake and me now was back.
Obviously.
You know what I mean? No, you won't even blow this guy. You know how it is. I didn't wish him. You know when you don't, because someone has done something wrong, you just don't want him to succeed. You won't succeed. Let's just move, guys. Yeah, bro. Things just popped in our faces like, boom. Nigga was on TV. It was like everybody, Jake. And I hated to hear that name. JK, what? I hated. And I remember one time I had been having dinner at home, and then boom. And my mom was like,
was Mama aware of the bad blood?
She knew. I mean, someone used to come and rehearse from home. She knew him. Isn't this your friend, you guys? Yeah, he's the one. What happened? Your friend is doing good. What's with you guys?
Mom, calm down.
I'm like, yeah. And we also we do our thing. Yeah. But man, that was like a worst moment of my life. I was like, I gotta do this, man. So you don't know what I did to just want to get even.
With JK, but with Mondo Music in general.
Just wanted to get even. I wanted to show, I don't want to blow, so you know what I mean? But you know, everything's got time. You know, I rehearsed 6 hours, man. Like, wake up and just be rehearsing, just create songs. I was ready, man, for the opportunity, but it didn't come then because now things switched. When I went back to Mondo,
you're no longer in the picture.
It was like, okay, guys, this is how it works. The business works like this.
That's Tisha now
telling me, look, CQ, things have changed. I love you guys. You guys are totally talented. I love you from the bottom of my heart. But there's a business aspect.
Obviously.
The business is, I don't want to risk too much.
Risking losses that I've made on the other two teams.
I don't want to risk signing new artists that have not made a way. So right now, I'm looking at people that are already making a buzz, and what we're just trying to do is amplify. You know what I mean? So we're looking at people like Bob Mabek, who has already made a buzz, and being signed to Mondo is just amplifying him because he already has a fan base.
Yes, yes.
That is when I got killed. Okay? I was like, Bob Mabek, what?
Were you aware of Bob at the time? Or?
Yeah, Bob Mabek had my songs like, you know, Chwame Nagano, Mumbozi, you know what I mean? He had made he had made my buzz. So him was more like, you know, he wasn't too much on our level. He was more on, you know, it was a, you know, there are those, you know, ghetto fabulous type of, you know what I mean? So he was big on the ground, like in the townships, in the ghetto and whatnot. So now being amplified to be taken to Mondo was
just like another sting on you.
I was like, bro, like really? Then it was like, yeah, that's a business right now, bro. Like we need artists that are already making a buzz.
Wow.
So my advice is you go back and start releasing more songs that will.
Wow.
And believe it, we kept all the content from Mondo because my level and just the way I wanted things was like, you know, we're gonna blow, man. We're gonna blow, man. We're gonna blow like international. You know, I've always had this international thing. You know, wow, man, we're gonna blow international, man. They're gonna hear us. And now he's telling me, you gotta record and then release and then key. I'm like, you wasted our time, like 3 years waiting for you. And now you're telling me I should go back.
And your peers are not at the same level. Shakiro is gone.
Yeah, Shakiro is gone.
JK now is
these are like, and now you start looking at
these are mainstream names.
Yeah, your peers now start looking at you like, you're an upcoming artist.
I mean,
like we're on the same compilation and we're like the same level, but these guys are just boom.
Because of the impact and the exposure that they had with it.
I was like, okay, so this is rough now. I need to find my way.
Is this the point now you ditch Mondo and...
I just you know what? He said I should just release music and just get my name out there.
But you still maintain the team or you go solo at this point?
Try to maintain the team, but now financial constraints, the frustrations, my friends were not strong enough. They're like, hey, I gotta go back to school, bro. I'm going back to school. Hey, I had this music thing, man. Yeah.
It's catching up.
Next thing, I'm like, you know what? We can do this, bro. So the late Chile Shimoseni, he was like, bro, we can do this, man. Let's recreate. Let's just, you know, change things. Rebrand ourselves. So I was like, okay, cool. So we came up with a different style. We're calling it Spazzetti. Spazzetti was like a music journey that we were trying to create as our own, which had some Spanish music with Zambian music. So we call it.
So you cover a Spanish song or you sing in Spanish?
No, it's Spanish feel.
Okay.
Spanish feel, but Zambian.
Okay.
So we call it Spazzetti.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had like a song called Spazzetti. I made some good drums. You know, like we released it, people loved it. It went as far as number 2 on the local rhythms countdown. So we now started making that buzz. But then obviously Chisha was like, now there were different artists because then, you know, they're Nasty D's, they're...
Well, Nasty D was also at Mondo at some point.
No, the Nasty D's like, you know, where like running the show, like music and next thing, boom, female artist, Nalu, you know, boom, Nalu, big artist, we're trying to make the buzz in the ground that, you know, artists are coming and this.
So Nalu also blew from Mondo, isn't it? She did.
Yes, she blew from Mondo. Then now obviously Nalu, Exile came in the picture.
Roma side.
Next thing, I signed Exile, Mondo Music. Oh guys, but then the things just like, so my friend gave up on me. Like, bro, man, nah, I'm done, bro. This shit.
It's not playing out as the way we are doing.
Yeah. So right now, bro, I'm blessing you, man. I'm leaving you.
I'm done with it.
I'm done. Bro, you can't do this to me, man.
Yeah.
Then it's like, no, man, I gotta concentrate on other things because, you know, family and, you know, they're telling me, you know, I need to, you know, music. I don't know, man. I was like, okay. So now, I was now almost giving up.
That's not true. This is like 5 years into it or?
Yeah, almost like 5 years. Like, no, four. No,
because you spent 3 years waiting for that Mondo.
Yes, actually, no, it was within the same 3 years.
Okay.
You know, so I think that was 2003. You know, but my friend just like,
I'm done, man. I've hustled enough out of this.
Thank you, man. I'm sorry, man. I got it, man. If you want to push this, man, you gotta. So I started. I had to now say, should I stop? I gotta push. And I was like, no, man. Nobody employed me. Nobody discovered me, and I had to push myself. So I have myself to prove to the world. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows, but I gotta do this. So now I remember now trying to think, I got inspired by a group called Black Street at the time. Black Street had some members that had fallen off.
Yes.
So they had to bring in new members and all that. So I was like, you know what? I gotta.
Oh, you still wanted that mindset of having.
Yeah, I just had a group in my head. I was like, I can't do this alone.
You need that.
You know, I need a group. So now I remember that offer she gave me. I was like, I should have taken that. If this is what.
This is the hindsight. Everyone wants to say.
Yeah. So if this is what is going to happen, like my brothers are going to leave me. I should have. Might as well just have taken it out. But then obviously that was regret. And I was like, okay, no, I gotta push. So I remember meeting Dax in Africa. You know. Because I used to sing a lot in the streets, like when I'm moving, I'll be singing. So that was my habit.
Daxon has been around.
Yeah. So Daxon and I were living in the same neighborhood again.
You're still in Woodlands there?
Woodlands, yes. So I was going to Chilenje, in like a bush, going to Chris Corner somewhere there. So I think that day I wasn't singing. I heard a nice voice in front of me. You know, like there's a guy singing. I was like, so I tried to move. And Daxon was singing. I was like, hey, this boy's really got it. You know, so I was like, hey bro, what's up? Then I was like, hey, I like you singing. Oh, thanks. Where'd you sing? So he told me I sing at church. I was like, hey man, I like your voice. I got a group. Would you love to join? You know, he was like, no, like Seventh Day, we don't sing secular music. You know, I sing at church, so I can't sing secular. I was like, man, you're a perfect fit. I mean, you and I would have made a good, nice group, you know what I mean? I like your voice. And I was like, I'm sorry, but I can't sing secular music. I was like, oh, all right, so good. So that's how come I decided to take up my solo career. And
so where does Ngulo Tenga come in the picture?
That was the beginning. My name is CQ Mzukulu, aka Mr. Sugar, and you're watching MD9.